Hello students, welcome to lecture series. I am a faculty in School of Finance and Commerce in Galgottias University, Greater Noida. So the topic for today's presentation is SWOT analysis. So the prerequisite for this is students who are pursuing graduation in commerce or business administration or any other field related to it, like BCom, MCom, MBA, BBA, and so on. Secondly, they must be having the knowledge of economic system and some market knowledge related to it. Objectives of this session is meaning of SWOT analysis. Second things, to enable the learner to be aware of the attributes of SWOT. Third, to know the types of strategies which are related to the SWOT analysis. Introduction is to lead any organization today, we need to understand what is an organization, what is its nature, what is its scope, how it functions, and other aspects. Secondly, an organization is an indispensable part of a society. It satisfies our wants by providing variety of investment options through various options of analysis, and one such analysis is SWOT analysis. Third, in order to achieve an organization objective, we need to understand the different strategies that should be developed as well as implied and applicable according to the enhanced SWOT analysis. Moving ahead is, what do you mean by analysis? Since we are talking about SWOT analysis from the beginning, so what is analysis? Analysis is the process of breaking down something into its parts. We need to break something into various parts of it so that we can learn what these parts do and how these parts are related to one another. SWOT analysis is a framework for analyzing a company's internal as well as the external environment. So majorly what we do in SWOT analysis, we analyze, and what we do in analyze to break into the part. So what we do, we break a company's internal as well as external environment into various categories, and that categories are strength, weakness, opportunities, as well as threats which are related to an organization and its environment. So what contributes under the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats? So what is strength? Strengths are the characteristics of a business which give it advantages over its competitors. So strength are the one which an organization is having, which gives them an advantage or competitive edge over the competitors of an organization, that are known as strengths of an organization. Moving ahead, what is weakness? So weaknesses are characteristics of a business which make it disadvantageous related to its competitors. In strength, we are talking about the competitive edge, our competitive edge in comparison to competitors. But in weaknesses, the competitors are having some edge related to us. So in that case, we are having some sort of weakness on which our competitors are having more excellence or more achievement. Now next is, what is opportunities? Opportunities are the elements in a company's external environment that allow it to formulate and implement strategies to increase profitability. So yes, what does opportunities show? It shows that if an organization formulate or make some strategies and implement them, then the organization could have more profit. They could attain more profit. So this shows the opportunities which an organization is having so that it could utilize that opportunity to increase the profit in the future. And last, what do you mean by threats? So threats are the elements which are in the external environment. Point to be noted. Threats are the one which we get from the external environment that could endanger the integrity and profitability of the business, that could result in less amount of profit of the business from the outside world, that is external environment. Next is attributes of the SWOT analysis. What are the attributes of the SWOT analysis? We have learned that what is SWOT? Strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. And what are these? If we look at this diagram, the strength as well as weakness. An organization is having the strength as well as weakness, but they both are related to internal of an organization. As an individual is, every individual is having their own strength and weaknesses. Similarly, every organization is also having their strength as well as weaknesses. So strength and weaknesses are the attributes of the system of an organization. And if we look at the opportunities and threats, so opportunities and threats, these both are not internal to the organization, rather they are external to the organization. They are the one which an organization gets from an external environment, right? So they both are having an external origin and are the attributes of an environment. If you look at the strength and opportunities, these both are the terms which sounds quite positive for an organization. Strength as well as opportunities, as they both helps the organization in achieving the organization objective. And if you look at weaknesses and threats, they are the one which sounds quite negative. So these both terms are harmful, or we could say to provide an organization in danger in achieving the organization objective. Next is, what is enhanced SWOT analysis? Enhanced SWOT analysis is how should I use these four, or how should an organization use the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats so that they will be able to formulate their future plans as well as task to achieve their objective. So if you look at the first box in the matrix, that is of strength and opportunities, which shows how do I use these strengths which an organization is having to take advantage of the opportunities. How an organization should use the strength for maximizing the opportunities. Second thing, how should an organization use its strength to decrease the impact of the threats? How should an organization overcome its weakness by taking the advantages of the opportunities which an organization is getting from the outside world? Also, the last box in the matrix shows how do I overcome the weaknesses that will make these threats a reality. How should an organization overcome the weakness, right? So these are the questions of which we need to find out the answers. What are the strategies which are related to it? The first solution of the matrix question in the previous slide is strategies that use to strength to maximize the opportunities. What does it shows? That we need to use our strength to maximize the opportunities. In that case, we need to use the max strategy. That is, we need to use the maximum of strength to gain the out of the maximum opportunities, or to gain maximum from the opportunities which we are getting. Next is the strength and the threats. The strategies that use the strength to minimize the threats. We need to use, or we need to formulate that strategies which helps in using our strength for minimizing the threats, and that strategy is known as maxi-min. Maxi of strength and minimum of threats. The third box shows of the weakness and the threats is we need to formulate that strategies which minimize our weakness. We need to minimize our weakness since it's a negative thing. We need to minimize our weakness by taking advantages of the opportunities. In that case, we are going to use the mini-max strategy. Mini of the weakness and max of the opportunities. And the last box of the matrix of the weaknesses and the threat. In that, we need to formulate that strategies which minimize the weakness and well as it avoids the threats. Since both are on the negative side, so we need to avoid both the things. So in that case, we are going to use the mini-min strategy, mini of the weakness and min of the threats. As in the first box, we are using maxi-max. Since both are the positive, that's why we are going to get maximum advantage from both the things, and we are going to formulate the strategies for maxi-max. But in the last, since both the things are negative, that's why we are using mini-min strategies. Moving ahead, and the questions from which we had learned today is, you can define what is analysis, what do you mean by SWOT analysis, what contributes in strength, weakness and opportunities and threats, and what are the strategies, different strategies that we need to make according to the SWOT analysis. These are the references from which I have taken the stuff. You can also go through these references to further explore the content. That's it. Thank you so much.